Good evening everybody, welcome to SimulationForTheNation and welcome to a gloomy Oakfield Farm. We are on top of the hill again on the block of land we have on the far side of the valley. There's currently a shade after, I think it was about 4 o'clock this evening. Yeah, just under 4:30 there, and we are trying to push through in a vain effort to get this field of wheat drilled in before the night falls. We've got David out here still in his new tractor. He is, can't quite see, he's behind my pillar there actually. He's got the cultivator on. There he is. And he is, I'm not sure what he's quite doing there, but he's doing his thing anyway. We've got a lot of work to keep pushing through with. He's flying with that cultivator as it goes, really enjoying it. It's working out very well on the John Deere. So we're going to try and hopefully get this field finished up this evening. It's going to be another late one I fear, but it's best to get this done tonight. Because the weather's supposed to turn a bit over the course of the coming few days, so I'd rather have it done now really. But with that said, we are about to wrap up this little end up here. Lift up, that's perfect, spin it back around. So yeah, drilling conditions is perhaps almost a little bit too cold, but really we've got to just take it as it is right now. And hopefully we can continue. Well, another couple of hours should get through a majority of what's left here, but we'll have to wait and see really how that pans out. The ground is working out very nicely. It's, as you can see probably here from the light of the tractor, it's broken down very well, very easily, so shouldn't take too long to drill. We're cruising along here about 15-16 miles an hour at the moment as well, so it's taking very little effort for the tractor to pull, which is great news. But we're going to keep pushing through into the evening here, see if we can get this field finished. We've got a few different things to look at tomorrow as well, some of which could be quite interesting, so we will catch up with you in the morning. Well, good morning folks, welcome, how are you all doing? Hope you're all very well. We had a bit of a late night last night, trying to finish off the last of the winter wheat. I think it's all in the ground now. It's probably not going to grow too much for the foreseeable because it is getting a little bit cold. But we are out and about, we're getting things ready to feed up and bed up the livestock this morning. So all being well, we're going to just grab a couple of bales of hay, and then we need to put some straw in. We're going to open up the pit this morning I think and get a little bit of silage into the mixture as well, and we'll get that all up and working. But first of all, I just need to go and we'll stick this into here. I need to go and grab the massey, turn off the tap, and make sure the water trough doesn't run dry. As always, we're in the trusty 135. No matter how warm or cold it is during the year, this thing will always start on the button, and without any hesitation it did again this morning. So we're going to take this over to the water trough. We'll get the cattle all fed up whilst this is slowly filling up the water trough as well, because they are getting pretty hungry and thirsty this morning. We've got a couple of things we need to look at today, a couple of things we're going to be working on. We're going to go and look at the new field we're about to purchase, get that all sorted out there. We need to bring the tractors back from on top of the hill because we left them there last night. And we're going to bring those back because the John Deere is going to go into the sprayer, and we're going to get that all kitted up, really make sure it's all set up and working. So yeah, lots of things to check into, lots of things to work on. It is winter now, it is getting cold and dark mornings, getting dark early at night as the night skies draw in, but it doesn't mean to say we don't have a lot of work to do here. There's a lot of odd jobs we can work on, a lot of bits and pieces, so we're always busy is the way to look at it. So that is, we're just going to turn this off. That is going to empty out there, fill up this trough nicely, and we'll come back to that in a second or two. In the meantime, you can see there's a bit of a mess in here which we need to clear up as well. But right away we're going to just jump into the T-dub. It is firing over at the moment. It's been kind of ticking over, warming up a little bit this morning. But now we just need to click in the PTO, which is away there. You can see that's going, lovely stuff. We're going to leave that for a few minutes, and then we're going to put a couple of bales of hay in there, open up the silage pit as well, get some new silage out. We still got some bale silage to run out if we really need to, but we're going to try some of the pit silage now, see how that looks. So yeah, as always, it's all full of busy over here. So how are you all doing? Hope you're all very well. How is this lovely... Well, it's Friday today as I record this, so how's your Friday going? Hope you're having fun, whatever you're getting up to. It is a bit of a cold snap in the air here today, I must admit. So what we'll do is we'll grab a bale of straw as well. We have all of our bales nicely under wraps right now, which I'm very happy about, I must admit. It's a great relief to be able to have everything safely tucked away inside as the elements start to really turn these days. Last thing you want is to be worried about any straw stacked outside. So we'll shove this in and then we will let that mix over for a little bit whilst we put the mud grab on the front, and then we can get some silage put into here. Excellent stuff. I do like just doing the basic daily grind. Feeding up the livestock is always a nice tradition to keep rolling with. We'll take the... Oh, we'll go with the grab. I think that's going to be the best option for us here. Okay, so we will get this pit unwrapped. We'll have a look, see what the silage is like in that, and then we'll get these fed up. So lots to do this morning, so we need to just keep cracking on. Alrighty, folks. We have got the old girl on her knees pretty much here. She's struggling to pull this beast of a thing these days, but she is still pulling. Looks like we have just about finished, leveled off the trough actually. So we'll just throttle her down and let her kind of come to her own senses there. Perfect. And let's just see... This, let's just pull up here actually, for now. Alright then, so we'll, let's just have a look around here actually. This is our new feeder. I haven't really shown you guys this since we got it, primarily because we're stuck in harvest and trying to really push on. This is our profile that we use here. This is nearly twice as big as the Keenan we had actually, to be honest. Full weigh scales on the front there allows us to see from the cab exactly what weight we've got in here, so we can directly ratio our fodder. Dual feeding discharge chutes, really, I suppose, front and rear, and this has the ability to reverse and alter the direction of the belt, so you can either feed out to the left or to the right side. So that's really handy. But yeah, very happy with how that works. Really, really good investment for us on the farm. After the issues we had with the previous machine, it was kind of a necessity more than anything else. But we'll leave that there for now. We're going to come and bed up the straw, bed up the cattle once they've been through and had their breakfast. But for now, we're just going to jump into the truck actually, which I have parked over the front here. We have yet to get any calls about any grain. They will be coming soon, no doubt. They don't want us to... They're not in the market yet for any of our deliveries, so we'll hold on to this for a little longer. Should be coming very shortly though, I should expect. First thing we're going to do, we're going to have a quick drive down the road. We're going to have a look at the new field that we're going to be buying hopefully in the coming days. Works in progress, at least from our side, with our land agent to see what they can do. And hopefully we'll get this all shored up in the... I would like to think in the coming weeks, but you never know. There's no real rush this time of year anyway, because we're not going to be using it for anything. But is this field on our right here? No, I don't know. Oh, we've passed the small gate. I don't know if there's a big gate at this end here. Yes, there is. This is the one I want. So it's missing a little bit of grass at the moment. It is a bit bare, but then there aren't many fields that aren't really this time of year. But this is a nice little sized field here. Let's have a look at what we've got. 6.63 hectares, which probably comes in a little around 13-14 acres, touch more perhaps. Good grass sized field there. It's going to be a little bit expensive, but what we plan to do, and we'll have a drive up there now, I think I touched on this in the previous episode, we're going to keep this one as grass, and it's nice because it's nice and close by to the pit, so we can cart silage from there with fairly easy access. We're going to just drive up onto the hill. The grass field that we built silage bales in last year, we're going to plough that in this winter. Well, probably in January actually. We'll get that ploughed in. So that means that all this block of land on the hill here will all be arable. It's a long way to haul bales, or even worse case, cart silage from. Which is why we're kind of reluctant to do it really. We're going to choose to go down this route. But we're going to go up on the hill. This field's a little bit smaller than the one we just bought, so we'll actually end up with more grass out the end of it, which would be nice. But it's a beautiful crisp morning this morning. It's supposed to rain a lot for the next few days, which I'm slightly concerned about. I'd like a little bit to help kick on the crops. They're not going to grow too much this time of year anyway, but what we don't want is too much rain where it washes out the soil, so just a touch would be nice. But yeah, this field here, this is the one we're going to turn into, we're going to plough this in. That's going to be nice little task for us to get done. And whilst we're up here, we're just going to have a swing over and check out how the tractors are looking. We parked them up here last night and just got a lift back because it was a little bit too dark and too late in the day to bring those big machines down these narrow roads. So they're in no rush. We knew we weren't going to be doing anything today. The boys got a day off today. So they're not going to be, I've given them all the day off because there's not a lot happening really, so they're all doing their own things with the family, and we're going to just potter on doing a few odd jobs really. So here we go, let's have a look, see. Well, they're both still here, which is always a good start. Yeah, it is really cold. This cultivator has been phenomenal for us. It's going to go back to the dealer soon. Charlie's going to come pick that up from my yard. But we'll have to give it a wash down there, and this is ideal. If we can find something like this, it'll be perfect. I'm not sure with buying the land if we can afford to, but we'll have a look-see, because yeah, I really like what this Valstad has to offer. It's very good. The tractor has been magnificent. It's really piled on the hours in the last few days there, but it's really done us well. And the drill, same old, can't really complain too much. A little bit of trash on the surface here, but that's nothing too bad. And out of curiosity, interested to see what the ground conditions are like up here. Not too cold yet, actually. Quite a lot of moisture in the ground there, which is good. Allows everything to grow. So maybe we're all right for rain in the coming weeks and months, but we'll see. So, I never want too much rain, but I can't really help that too much. What we are going to do though, cut up it out. What we are going to do is we're going to head back down in the truck, where we will then get someone to come up and I have to see if the wife's around to give me a lift back up here actually, so I can get one of these tractors taken away. Likely take the John Deere down first because we need to get rid of this cultivator. But yeah, that's on the plan for the moment, and we'll keep pushing on. And there you have it, folks. There is our magnificent fleet. 3 fantastic machines, none older than 2 years old now actually, which is great for us, great for the farm. They are though all in need of a bit of a wash, a bit of a service, a bit of a grease up, and they need to be put away for the winter. But yeah, being very impressed with how everything's handled, how everything's been operating for us. Really have. The John Deere has had a magnificent first couple of weeks here. We are definitely going to be inquiring about purchasing the Valstad carrier in the near future. The horse drill, as always, the Pronto has been fantastic, and the New Holland pulls it without any hesitation, any problem. And this fence is just sensational. I love driving this thing. It's been absolutely magnificent on anything we put it to today or this year. It pulls this plough like it's not even there at times. It really does. So that is fantastic. What we are going to do though is I have cleared up a little space by the wash pad there. We're going to go through and wash some of these down at some point today, which would be great just to get them all tucked up out of the way. So that's something that's going to be really, really useful for us over the coming day, just to keep me busy really at the moment. Other news on the farm, we are the building site is still progressing. Doesn't look like there's much happening, but they've been doing a lot of groundworks over there of late, so there's a lot of pipes and trenches being dug and backfilled and dug again. So they're making some nice progress there. We are, like I say, we are going to buy that grass field in the coming few days. Had some confirmation about that. The combine Combine has been working very well. I think we're gonna keep this for one more season, and then we'll look at changing it out. But at the moment, it's held its own for me quite well, so I don't quite see the need to swap it out at the moment, at least. But we'll have to wait and see. Now we are expecting shortly to have to start loading out some grain. We have all of our silos are all pretty much full to the brim, full to bursting, and then we have a little bit extra in here. So I open the door up here. We've got our oats in the corner there. No, beg your pardon, that wasn't the oats, that was the spelt. And then over here we have some of our extra wheat. So we've got a lot lying around here. This stuff needs to go through the dryer. At some stage, we need to tickle that through the dryer just to get the moisture down. It's a little bit too high there for my liking at the moment. When it was cut, it was well above 15%, and it definitely hasn't dried out much in here. So that is something we'll have to work on. As the shed door comes down, that's lovely stuff. But yeah, we are going to be trying to find a few winter projects to work on. We always need something to keep going. One of those will be tidying up this cultivator a little bit, the discs and the roller, because they're going to be exchanged if we do go to get a Vardestad. But everything else seems to be pretty much as it was in here. And then, this door's open, the bale's in here. We are going to hopefully get onto the sprayer today. We'll get that pulled in because we're going to need to use that shortly. Once it starts to warm up a bit in the new year, we'll have to bring that out and get this really get this grass growing and get the cereal crops on the way. But for now, we're going to shut this down. We are looking to acquire a snowplow. We're trying to strike up a few deals with the local council, in which we can clear the roads for them around here, get a contract going to look after some of the roads. So we'll have to see how that goes. I can get a snowplow pretty easy. Obviously, we need the snow. It needs to snow first, but we'll see about that. What I think I'm going to do first, what I fancy doing first, is actually getting this combine put away. The header trailer has already been serviced with the header on. It's around the corner here. That was put into there the other day, so that's all ready to go. And I think we might just stick the combine in here out the way as well. But before we do that, we're going to get rid of this, put this toolbox back where it belongs. We'll just leave that in our workshop, actually, around here. I don't know what it was doing over there in the first place, but never mind. And we'll jump into the combine, we'll get it started up, let it tick through, and then we're going to have to wash this down quickly. So we'll get this jet wash down, make sure it's all looking good, and then we can get this tucked away properly. Alright then, pretty perfect. It's immaculate. We're just going to leave it here to tick over for a little bit longer. Don't want to keep switching on, switching off too much at the moment, so we'll let it tick over there, let it warm up at least, and then we'll go and take it around the corner, pop it into its shed, and this will be it done for the day, for the season, for the year even. And just like that, the combine is done and it's ready to be taken away and put into hibernation for the year. We will see this again probably in... I'd imagine we'd be seeing this again roughly July. We will probably get it out of the shed actually a little bit before that to give it a service down, but that is it done for now, and it's, all serviced up as well. We've greased everything up. We've slackened off some of the tension on the chain, on some of the belts, just so they don't put too much stress on over the winter. And yeah, we'll just leave this to just to kind of sit in here out the way for the rest of the year. It's always a little bit sad it's always a touch sad when you have to park the combine up for the end of the year, knowing that you won't see it again, but it's done its job. Can't ask for much more than that. But what we will do at this stage is we are going to call it a day. I'm going to potter on and do a few more jobs around the yard, but yeah, it's a little bit quieter these days now. Everything, the rush is over with, so we can just get on with our own thing and see how we progress. But for now, what I will say is thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. And if you are new to Simulation for the Nation, don't forget to subscribe. But until next time, I hope you do enjoy yourself, have a lovely weekend, and we shall see you in the next one. But until then, thanks so much, stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, but most importantly, happy farming.